Welcome back to Papercat Diaries, where we delve into the intricate world of design tools. Today, we're focusing on a fundamental feature, the hatch command in Autocad. Join me as we uncover the art of adding depth and dimension to your drawings with this versatile tool.
I'll launch my hatch command, and by default, AutoCAD uses the pick points method of finding a boundary. Here's the problem. When I place my cursor inside this area, you can see that AutoCAD is hatching around all the circles. Now, you might think that we could move up and use the Select Boundary Objects method to identify the boundary, but since my boundary is 4 individual objects, I can select all of these, but I'm still not getting what I want. I'm going to press Escape, and then I'll click the Undo button, and let's try something else. I'm going to relaunch the hatch command. I'll stick with the default Pick Points method. I'll open up the Boundaries panel, and I'll click this icon. This tool allows me to limit what AutoCAD sees when looking for a boundary. I will then click each of my 4 objects and press Enter. Now, when I place my cursor inside this area, AutoCAD hatches to the objects that I allowed it to see. I'll click to select the area, and then I'll press Enter to accept my hatch. Knowing what we know now, let's try and use this tool in a practical example. I'm going to pan the drawing over. On my screen, I have an architectural drawing. I would like to apply a gradient fill hatch to these windows. Let's zoom in a little closer. I'll launch the hatch command. In the pattern panel, I'll click the flyout, and I'm going to select the gradient linear pattern. I'd like this to be blue and white. One of my colors is already correct, so I'll click the yellow, and I'll change this to white. Finally, I'm going to click in the angle field, and I'll change this to 100. I'll press Tab to accept that value. This way it'll look like I have a light source coming down from above. Now, here's the problem. I don't want to have individual patterns for each pane. I'd like to have the pattern span the entire window. To do that, I'll open the Boundaries panel, and I'll click the Select New Boundary Set icon. I will then select the objects I'd like AutoCAD to see. I'll grab all of these edges around the outsides of the windows. When I'm finished, I'll press Enter. Now when I place my cursor inside this area, I can see that AutoCAD will span the pattern across the entire window. I'll select this one and this one. Now, before I finish, I'd like to do one more thing. I'd rather not have my hatch sitting on top of the other line work. So I'm going to open the Options panel, and I'll come down and open this flyout. This is a draw order control, and I would like my hatch to be sent to the back of the drawing. Then I'll press Enter. As you can see, even if you have geometry that's in your way, you can still use the Pick Points method to create your hatch. You just need to limit what AutoCAD sees when it looks for a boundary.